Oh, that's a shame. I don't know why that changed. Oh, I don't know why that changed. That shouldn't have changed. Damn. Could you guys hear me at all? Yeah, I know. Could you guys hear me at all before? Anyway, let me go ahead and go over this again. So I was listening to Paul Domowitch on Jacob Media earlier today, and they were talking about the cornerbacks, and something that really surprised me and shocked me was that he said, don't be surprised, and if Zach McPherson, and obviously we all know that Zach McPherson has been having a phenomenal camp. We're all aware of this. No problem. I was talking like that the entire time. The entire time. So you pointed it out, and I changed the setting. I didn't know. Um, but we all know that. Zach McPherson has been having a phenomenal camp, and Paul Domowitch went ahead and said, "Don't be surprised that if Zach McPherson is the one to line up across from Darius Slay come week one, not Steven Nelson." And so that shocked me a little bit. And I'm not saying that I'm jumping on board with that right away, but I mean, for Paul to say that is kind of uh, that's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. Look, I know that Zach McPherson is having a phenomenal camp. I know that he's having a great camp. But so is Steven Nelson. So is Steven Nelson. So, and I'm going to go ahead and recap some of the other things that I said in the beginning of this stream, which is that, I think we need to pump the brakes on Jalen. Our criticism of him. I think he had a great practice at the link yesterday. So that's good. And hit Travis Fulgham down the sideline. That was phenomenal. Obviously, the 50-yard touchdown pass to Quez Watkins, as we all know. Quez Watkins continues to look great. Jalen Hurts is doing well. There are things that he's gonna be that he needs to work on. That with the more reps that he gets, the more time that he gets in there, he'll be able to correct them. So it's just a matter of him getting more playing time. But that leads me to him to me believing that he should get a half. Come this Thursday when we play the Steelers. I really do. I believe that it would be in the best interest of Jalen to play for the first half, and then you can have Nick Mullins and Joe Flacco, do the third and fourth quarter. So no problem. But I'm really interested to see. So that's one of the things that I'll be looking. That's one of the things I'll be looking for is Jalen Hurts in these wide receivers and this offense as a whole. On Thursday, but also on defense, I want to see Zach McPherson. Everybody's saying to believe in the hype and believe that he's legit, and that's going to be phenomenal. I mean, what we know is that before he got drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles in the pre-draft process, that his football IQ was extraordinarily high, and so that could be the reason for why he's doing so well. But he's also, he's a good player. He's a good, talented player. That mixed with a high football IQ is going to lead to some good things. So that's what we're hoping for. I mean, let me tell you, if he beats out Steven Nelson for that number 2 spot, that's going to be some phenomenal things. Endzone says he will. Nick is a good backup. I'm not talking about Nick Mullins. I'm talking about Zach McPherson. Tox Falcon says, I heard Michael Thomas could go to the Eagles. It's interesting because I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that earlier. And he is available. Like he's not happy with the Saints, and I don't think either party are happy with each other. Talks Falcons is because he's not happy with the Saints. Yeah, no, neither party are happy with each other. And he's cheap too. He's cheap because they renegotiated his deal. They renegotiated his deal. But what I was talking about was Zach McPherson and how Paul Domowitch thinks that he's that he wouldn't be surprised if he beats out Steven Nelson just because he's having a phenomenal camp. But yeah, Michael Thomas to the Eagles. I mean, here's the thing: like, would I want that? Yeah, that'd be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. The only issue with that is what do you do with Travis Fulgham if you bring in Michael Thomas? Because Travis Fulgham and Michael Thomas, they're the same type of wide receiver. Obviously, Michael Thomas is the better embodiment of Travis Fulgham, but the same type of wide receiver. And to me, like I kind of like, and this is why I think it won't happen. Is I think that they just want to see these guys get better. I think they want to see these guys, develop. I think that I think right now it's about player development. You know what I mean? I think it's about player development. I don't think it's necessarily about going to trade for a superstar, or it could be. You know what I mean? Or it could be, but I don't think the Deshaun Watson trade is going to happen. I actually don't think the Deshaun Watson trade is going to happen. I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the guy. He just needs to, he needs to, chalk up a couple more consistent practices. That's what he needs to put consistent practices together. That's the thing. So, I'm not gonna make too much. I'm not gonna make too much of Nick Sirianni not naming the starter. I think, a lot of people are trying to make too much about that when it comes to like, oh yeah, he's doing it because then it gives the Falcons reasons to not know who to game plan for. But like, come on. Like, do you think Joe's actually going to beat out Jalen? No, the Falcons know who they're going to game plan for. It's not that. It's just, he's just trying to instill a culture. It's his first time being a head coach. He's installing a culture, a philosophy, offense, da 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 da. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not sure. Just lay off the wire. Lay off the wire for a hot Tad. Lay off the wire. And Jizone says that's bad news. What's bad news? I mean, we've known that. Like Nick Sirianni, said that last week. There's no rush to name the starter. We've known that. So, it's yeah. It's playing out how it's going to play out. But I mean, I think the guys follow Jalen. They know who the starter. They know who the starter is going to be. They know who the starter is going to be. And if it's not going to be Jalen, then you think some of them don't know that already? Like the Jason Kelce's of the world? Or the Lane Johnsons of the world? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But this is DB talking now. DB talking birds. DB talking Philadelphia Eagles. My point is this. Is I have faith in Jalen that Jalen will be able to get the job done. I have faith in Jalen that Jalen will continue to be able to progress. I have faith in Jalen that Jalen will continue to do good in practice and continue to find rhythm with these wide receivers. Quez Watkins is another one of those guys that I believe that will continue to develop in a positive, progressive way, just like Jalen Hurts. These guys follow him, and they'll find a way. He'll find a way to lead these other offensive guys to success. That's my hope. But the Eagles also did sign Blake Countess back to the team today. That was another plus. So the defense added another body on their side of the ball, which is probably not something that we necessarily need, or maybe we do, depending upon how they're feeling about Kavon Wallace. Obviously, Blake Countess started his career with the Philadelphia Eagles, signed back with us 2 times, then left 2 times, and now he's back for his 3rd stint with the Philadelphia Eagles. So hopefully this coaching staff and Jonathan Gannon can make use for him better than Chip Kelly and Jim Schwartz could. That's the fact of the matter. Enter Zone said, "Who would you start if you were in charge?" Jalen. I'd probably start Jalen. Yeah. It's a good question. It's a good question. Here's the thing. I think, look, Nick Sirianni is right in this. It was Emmanuel Acho and Marcellus Wiley who really jumped on the coach for not naming the starter. And they're idiots. I mean, they're idiots. Emmanuel Acho is actually a really smart guy, but I mean, when it comes to this, like, they're just overreacting. Look, it's only August 9th. You know what I mean? It's only August 9th. And like, we have a long way to go. We haven't even played a preseason game yet. But, Jalen Hurts has taken 150 snaps at 150 snaps with the ones. So far, it looks like Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter. And Jalen Hurts is going to be the starter. There's no, like, I'm not worried about it. That's the thing. It's just, his point is there's so much time to go, we'll just have to see. But the point is, we'll get there. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what happens in these preseason games. You know what I mean? So, but I like the idea of the defense adding Blake Countess. That gives them another body. It probably not good news for Rodney McLeod. They maybe have gotten an update in regards to Rodney McLeod being back for week 1. So we'll just have to see. I've always, I feel like I haven't seen Rodney McLeod on the field in quite a while. I forget that he's even on the team. So that's my that's my fault. But anyway, this is DB Talking Now, DB Talking Birds, DB Talking Philadelphia Eagles. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well at DB Talking Now, and then on Instagram as well at DB Talking Now. Yeah, so hey, Enter Zone, Toxic Falcons, thank you guys so much for joining in, and thanks for pointing out that I was having audio issues at the beginning of the stream. One love, happy Monday, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Birds, baby.